I need to pull up. I'm not sure. Can you hear it? Okay. Well, that's good. Or is it this? That's fine, right? A while back, I think it was right before I left for Disney or while I was at Disney, I got a comment on my Polaroid collection video to talk about all of my Polaroid cameras because they noticed that I had multiple cameras because I had multiple different sized Polaroid pictures. So they wanted to see, you know, me talk about my cameras and what I think about them. So I thought that was a good idea, and I wanted to do a video like that anyways because I want to kind of give you like what I think is the best camera in my opinion that I have, though, that I personally have. So I thought this video would be like a good one to talk about, to tell you like, here's what you should buy and here's what you should not buy, you know? I think I'll start with the Fujifilm Instax Mini 9. So I have a whole video on this where I kind of like go into detail on like why you should buy this camera. And to me, this camera, like this model, is such a good camera. There's nothing really wrong with it. It's small, like it'll fit in your bag, it'll fit in your book bag. They have bags specifically made for this. They have so many accessories made for this, and there's so many colors, like so many colors. Urban Outfitters always has like color exclusives, so they'll always pull out some cute like yellow, or like there's this one that I've seen where it has kind of like a late 90s early 2000s vibe where it, like I think the lens is clear. I'm not sure, but I've seen it on Urban Outfitters before. They have a lot of variety for this camera and it's really easy to use. The only con I would say is that the film is really small. So the film is kind of like the size of a credit card, gift card type thing. They're not that big, but it's still like a nice picture regardless. Like it's not like too small to the point where it's like pointless, but I do prefer bigger. So yeah, but it's really easy, and because it is small, it is like one of the cheaper options, and the film is definitely the cheaper of all of the other film that you can get. It's the cheapest. Not much else to say about that camera. It's a good one, but not the best one, you know? I'm just gonna go into another Fujifilm camera, but it's the Fujifilm Instax Wide 300. So this bad boy is a big boy actually. I love this camera so much. I love the size. I think the size is such a good size. Like the film is amazing. Of course, the actual camera itself is really big, really bulky, really wide. Sometimes if it's in a bag, the movement, something will flick the switch and it'll like turn on its own, and that can mess with the lens. And that was really loud. And that has messed up the lens before where it kind of gets stuck. But other than that, that's like the only bad thing. So I don't recommend putting it in a bag. And plus it's really cute when you carry it out. A lot of people think that when I carry this that it's like a bag that looks like a camera, but they're like shocked when it's an actual camera. So yeah, just be careful with this baby. You don't want to like mess up the lens or anything. It's also really easy to use. There's no like light LED settings. It just kind of does its automatic thing. There's buttons back here where it says light or dark, whether you want to lighten up the picture or darken up the picture depending on how you want it, if you want the flash on or not. The Instax Mini has so many little accessories to go with it and so many colors. This one does not have that, so it's not very versatile. It only comes in like 2 colors, and this white, this beautiful white, is only available at Urban Outfitters, so you can only get it there. The other one is like this like silver and black looking thing. I don't like it. Like I had to get the white one. The white one looks so pretty to me. So I wish they kind of came out with more colors. So yeah, you can't really get like much difference with this. There's only 2 colors. The best place to get film, any film, whatever, is on Amazon. You get a few dollars off, but it's a few dollars that you save instead of getting scammed at Urban Outfitters. The only time I recommend buying film at Urban Outfitters if it's like a really special patterned one that looks really cute, but also check on Amazon if they have that pattern, because they do tend to have some patterned film on there, but not all of them. Sometimes Urban Outfitters has really cute ones, and I think some may be exclusive on there, so only depends. If it's really really cute and you can't get it anywhere else, then get it on Urban Outfitters. But If not, get your regular white film off of Amazon. And of course, like, the film for this and the camera is gonna cost more because it's a bigger like picture. So I mean, that only makes sense. But it's still a really good camera, and I do prefer this over the mini just because of the size. And also, doesn't it look like cute? Because like, I don't know, some people hate the bulkiness and think it's too big, too cluttery, so they wouldn't necessarily buy it. But I don't mind it at all, and I think it looks really cute. Especially, it adds to an outfit sometimes. It just makes you look more, you know, cool when you have this. So let me talk about this bad boy. Looks so vintage and old because it is. It's a Polaroid One Step. Was it 600? I bought this off of Urban Outfitters too. Honestly, forgot how much I paid for it. I think they still have it, and I think they have it in different colors of like different things. Like, I know there's like a Hello Kitty one, and you can go on like Polaroid.com, like Polaroid Originals, and find this like basic one, and they have like Hello Kitty. I know at one point they had a Mickey Mouse one for Mickey's 90th birthday. They have cute little themed ones that look adorable too, but I kind of like this one because it's like classic, and it's like, you know, it just looks old school, so I love it. Again, it's pretty like bulky, you know, it's big, it's not small at all, but it's so cute to carry around. I love it. It feels so cute. I love the look of it. The film is way more expensive, especially on Urban Outfitters. And so little comes with it. It's only like 8 films per like pack, whereas the other one comes with 10 at least. So it does have like things that other cameras have, like you can do the up close lens or like the far away one, which is like the standard one, the one that I always use at least. You can make it lighter or darker. The good thing about this is that it doesn't require any batteries or charging or anything. It works simply by the film being put in. Don't specifically know how that technology works, but it works, okay? I wouldn't recommend someone who's just looking for like an easy Polaroid. This is something for somebody who's willing to kind of commit to it because of its priciness, because of the film's priciness, and because like it seems a little bit more difficult because it kind of is just a little bit. But after a bit, like after you kind of know it and know the range of it, then it's all good. You just kind of have to play with it at first. It's one of my favorites because of just how 80s it looks. I don't know, I really like it. There's nothing really bad to say about this other than that it's probably not for like the person who just wants the easiest, simplest camera, and also because it does work like a vintage camera, so it can't be shown to the light. So the Fujifilm instant cameras, they can be like exposed to light and nothing will happen to them because they're like just different, kind of like of higher technology. This one's kind of more of the old school way where you have to let it develop in the dark, and you know, you have to wait a few minutes, probably like 10-15 for it to fully develop. It's a solid camera. If you're really into Polaroid pictures, you should really invest in that. Then I have another Polaroid Originals camera. This is the One Step 2. This is the Stranger Things edition. So I wanted a One Step 2 camera for a minute, but I never got around to getting it. But then when they did the Stranger Things like collab, I was like, yeah, I gotta get it. I have to get it. So I got it. And I think it's 130, I'm not sure. I don't really remember. But this camera is really cool. Not only because of the Stranger Things, it charges. So instead of the battery pack or physical batteries, you just charge it up. It comes with a charger. The film is the I-type camera film, and it can also use vintage film, but you can't use I-type film on the vintage camera. So I can use 600 film on this if I wanted to. So this also has like other features that a lot of other cameras have, like the no flash, if you want to make it closer or farther away, or is that lighter and darker? I'm not sure. I just kind of use it for standard reasons. And also what this has is a timer. So this is so cool. You can put this like on a tripod or just set it anywhere. It doesn't have to be a tripod, but you can take a picture of yourself. If you have nobody else to take a picture for you, you can set a timer. So there's like a little timer button next to the lens over here, and that is so nice because you get a really cool vintage looking film without needing somebody there. I think that's amazing. I love that part, especially because the Polaroid brand cameras, like Polaroid Originals, they have like this nice vintage looking filter that the Fujifilm pictures don't have, because they just don't have that vintagey feel. They look cool and all, but I do prefer the Polaroid Originals. I just love how it looks. I think it looks cooler. I like that you can really make it look so retro and like 80s, 90s looking type. I love it. I love it so much. So I think this is a really good camera because of the timer and because you can charge it. It's like pretty simple. It's to the point. It's kind of like modern and vintage at the same time. I think this is a really good camera, and I would highly recommend the One Step 2. Really good camera. Really good. It's not my perfect camera. It's not the perfect camera. This baby right here is the Fujifilm Square 6. Now, this camera is amazing. It is amazing. I love this camera. It takes square pictures, so it looks kind of like a Polaroid picture, but the square is a lot smaller. Yeah, but I still love it. It's bigger. It's like slightly bigger than the Fujifilm Instax Mini, but you know, not as big as the wide. And so like that's kind of how the camera is too. And I really like how sleek this camera looks. Not much bigger from the Mini, to be honest. Like it really isn't. If anything, this one seems a little bit bulkier. You can put this in your bag. You can put this in your book bag. Nothing will happen to it. It has a little switch up here. I never had an issue where it turns on its own. It's really simple. It has nice little settings back here. It has automatic, it has selfie, a close up, landscape, double exposure, which is really cool. Haven't used it though, but it's really nice to know that this can do double exposure, light and dark. And this also has like no flash. It tells you, like the Mini does, how much film you have left. You insert the film the same way. It has that little yellow mark. And there's like 3 colors. There's like an all black, there's like a rose gold, and then there's like this white one that I got. And then this also has a self timer. So the Mini doesn't have a self timer, the Y doesn't have a self timer. This does have a self timer. So it's really good to use if you want to take like a family picture, if you want to take your own picture, you have nobody else to take there for you. Like, this is a really nice camera. I love it so much. It's nice and compact. You can put it in a book bag, your bag. It has a self timer. It's really easy to use. The film is like off of Amazon. It's not the most expensive film. It's not the cheapest film. This is like the perfect camera. I would definitely recommend this way over the Mini. Even if it costs you a little bit more, you just get a little bit better of a picture. You get a little bit better of like settings and quality. It looks really nice. Like, I love this camera so much. From the cameras that I do have, I do think this is the best one. I would recommend this one. Spend your coin on this one. Yeah, it's so good. This is like the top one that I recommend. The second one that I recommend, and kind of for like the Polaroid brand, is the One Step 2. So really these two are like my favorite. It's hard to like say between these two which one I prefer more. I really do love them all, but this one is definitely like just a really good. There's no complaints with this one at all. There's nothing wrong with it. So yeah, I hope this video like answered something for you. Like maybe if you're in the market for a camera, an instant camera, hopefully I helped you decide. And this is just like my opinion with my experience. Yeah, that's the video. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I'm out. I'm outie.